How to knit the slip slip knit decrease, left-handed. To download a guide with our 5 favorite tips to improve your knitting right now, visit newstitchaday.com/5knittips. For this tutorial, you'll need the following materials: a pair of knitting needles and a ball of yarn. Special thanks to our sponsor Lion Brand for providing today's yarn. Today we're using their Lion's Pride Woolspun, available exclusively at Michael's Craft Stores, in the color Taupe. The slip slip knit decrease is a method of removing stitches from your work by taking 2 stitches and turning them into 1. Now, this is a left-leaning decrease, so it mirrors a right-leaning decrease, and it is generally used in shaping, but you'll also sometimes see it used in lace patterns. Often you'll be paired with an eyelet that is created with the yarn over. When you encounter this decrease in a pattern, it will be abbreviated SSK. So let me show you how to do it. For step 1, we're going to take our working needle and insert it into the first stitch on our main needle, knitwise. Now, if you are making a decrease ever, you are going to be slipping stitches knitwise, not purlwise. Okay? The only time you'll slip purlwise is if the pattern says that's what you should do, or you're just slipping a stitch in the pattern and it's not part of a decrease. In this case, it is part of a decrease, so we will slip it knitwise. And I'll explain a little bit more why that's the case in just a second. For step 2, we'll repeat that. We're going to knit or slip the next stitch knitwise onto our working needle. For step 3, we're going to take our main needle and come back through both stitches on our working needle, like so. And you want the main needle to be in front of the working needle. Now for step 4, we are going to take our working yarn and we will bring it over the working needle, and then we will pull that working yarn through both loops that are on our main needle and our working needle. And we will pull that off, and that is a slip slip knit. So let me do that again for you once more. We're in a slip knitwise, slip knitwise, come back through both needles together, and then we will work the stitch as normal, almost like if it's a knit 2 together. Now the reason why we would slip these knitwise as opposed to purlwise is that this stitch here now lays flat in pattern, so it looks just like it should if you were knitting stockinette. And now let me demonstrate for you real quickly, if you did it purlwise, what those two would look like. Alright, so here is purlwise, and it's not a huge difference, but you can definitely see right here that the right leg of this loop has been twisted over the top of the left leg, which is not really the look that we want. It won't look as seamless in our fabric as slipping it knitwise. Alright, so that's how we do the slip slip knit decrease.
Hey, I'm Johnny Vasquez, founder of New Stitch A Day and your teacher for this tutorial. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to learn from us. If you'd like to see more videos just like this, we produce new content every single day, hence New Stitch A Day. You can click the subscribe button so that you don't miss a single stitch. And if you click one of the links to the side here, you can see the previous stitch in our series or the next stitch in our series. And if you click this link, you'll be able to see one of my favorites. And don't forget, you can also download a PDF with the written instructions for this tutorial by clicking or using the URL link that's on the screen. Again, I want to thank you so much for learning with us, and I hope that we've helped make your knitting and crochet skills a little bit better today. Yarn on!